is Warzone Morloc.
Welcome back to Warzone Morloc 40k, the home of fully narrative, fun, themey games of Warhammer, and now, Kill Team.
Oh yes.
Ooh la la. Check out, we've got Rich from Floorhammer Podcast and Terrain Creator.
Yes.
And where else?
Dyson Easy Games.
Dyson
as
Easy
well.
Games for short format battle reports of all sorts of systems. But today we're playing a Kill Team game between the Brazen Drakes, those hard done by Primaris Space Marines who are the Custodes called Traitors, but they're really the Traitors, against the Order of the Nine Wounds, Sisters of Battle.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. But this board represents the boiler room or the escape pod area for the Space Marines who are trying to make a desperate breakout to get away from the Sisters. Let's check it out. This is my kill team of the Brazen Drakes, those hard done by Space Marines who've done nothing wrong, just like Magnus. And they have been betrayed by the Custodes, as you've seen in the story, and they've sent a cleansing force of Sisters to prevent them escaping from the ship. So we have assault intercessors here, 4 stock guys with heavy bolt pistols and Astartes chainswords, and the sergeant has a heavy bolt pistol and a power fist.
And this is my Sisters of Battle kill team, so I'm lucky enough to have 2 fire teams. The upgrades that I've taken are a heavy flamer and icon, and a flamer and storm bolter. And my sister superior is packing a power sword and a bolter because she loves shooting some heretics, or some Brazen Drakes in this case.
We're not heretics, you're the heretics.
They are from the Order of the Nine Wounds, fresh from the Sabbat Crusades. They're here to carry out the Emperor's will without question.
Behold the evacuation deck of the Imperial ship that was delivering the Primaris to the world of the chapter in question, who have turned traitor, but the Primaris have not.
They have not.
Watch this face. Ooh,
So fancy.
a spinning board, no less. And as you can
Absolutely
see,
love
we've
this.
got objectives in the middle of the board. What mission are we playing today? Rich from Floorhammer Podcast.
We thought we would start with simple, and we've gone for the open play mission. So we have set up, we take a long edge each for our deployment, and we have 2 objectives on the centre line and 2 close to our deployment zones. Bill and I have themed them so that they are controlling essential parts of the machinery and mechanisms of the boarding deck, so that the Space Marines can either get out or the Sisters can disable them to keep the Marines locked in, even if they do end up killing all the Sisters.
Nice.
So
So
spoiler
two
alert.
objectives are on a middle axis, aren't they? On the middle there.
Yeah, we've got 2 objectives down the centre line here. We've got this
Sorry,
plasma
I ruined
coil.
your flow. You were going to say spoiler alert.
I was this spoiler alert in our Warbuck game. Space Marines are dangerous in combat.
Yes.
So, and then what we've got is the plasma coils and the engine over there to control the mechanisms and get these Marines off, or hopefully not.
The desperate Marines are looking to activate these computers to try and book a ship off ship and onto the planet.
They're going to get a last minute deal.
They're going to get a last minute deal, and we'll see what we can do. Now it's alternating deployments.
Yep.
I won the initiative, so I decided for you to deploy first,
fair.
which makes sense with the numbers that you do have. So on my side of the board, I've got 2 operatives here, looking down the long end of the objective and the computers that they desperately need to get to try and launch a ship. My sergeant with the power fist is tucked in here, and the other 2 are deployed just over here by the engine section. We might be able to do something with this objective. And as we spin around at lightning pace,
Gotta love that.
on the Sisters side, we've got 3 Sisters over here. All the bolt gun Sisters there, is that right?
Yep, they've got bolt gun Sisters there ready to kind of be a bit mobile.
Yeah.
They've got my superior with her heavy flamer buddy, which is a brutal weapon.
Yeah, I found out that's the hard way.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The other 2 special weapons of the flamer and storm bolter are teaming up in the middle with the banner.
Yeah,
which
some
I'm
nice fields of fire, as you can see.
hoping to plant the banner somewhere central and give a little bit of a buff to my units. I didn't do that last time, so lesson learned there.
Yeah.
And finally some
next
more...
to the power coil,
Yeah, I thought...
some more bolter sisters.
Yeah, I thought go with the bolter sisters because they're quite mobile and can do multifunctional, so again, useful on the flanks.
Nice, so give us a spin back to how we should be. Oh la la, Rich.
I know, I feel like Carol Vorderman.
Let's roll off for initiative. Watch this. It's a hot
Ooh.
4, it's a 6, so
I'll take
initiative
this then.
goes to the sisters. Turning point 1, first activation, Sisters of Battle. Activation 1 for the sisters.
Yep, so this Storm Bolter, we pre-measured this, can move to here, and she is going to secure that objective for the sisters, so help shut down the machinery and stop your escape.
This Marine has pushed forward his 3 circles of movement with his first action point. He's claimed this objective with his second, and then he's dashed to the left to keep him in cover with his conceal marker still on him.
My flame has moved up and positioned herself behind some barrels, which is exactly what you want to do when you have a fire weapon, so that she can be in a commanding position for next turn.
This Marine is pushing forward to there with his conceal order. He can't do much more, can't fight, can't shoot, but he's getting ready to lop her head from her shoulders.
And my heavy flamer has pushed right up front and centre with a dash action. I don't know how safe that's going to be. Let's find out when the priority roll comes around, but she's in a very good spot either way.
My sergeant has moved from around the bulkhead there just to these squares here, crates, for further turn action.
My sister with the icon has pushed up, and generally speaking there's not much shooting to be had here because Bill has gone into concealment mode and is hidden behind a whole bunch of terrain pieces, and yeah, it doesn't give me very many options at all.
My assault intercessor has pushed forward, used an action point to claim objective number 4, and then dashed into the little piece of light cover there. That should conceal him a little bit for further actions. This sister over here used an action to claim this objective, and then she dashed forwards to get into toe contact with that piece of cover there, where she can see
Not a lot.
not a lot. A dark cave. My final intercessor has just pushed forward a little bit, not his full range of movement, but rather than exposing himself in the middle of the engine room here, he's going to stay behind this little bit of cover just here.
Come on, Bill, you missed your window there.
We're in this corner. The remaining of the sisters, as I've activated all my Marines, will just cover everything that they've done. So they've pushed up the left-hand flank, and on this side, thank you, my glamorous assistant, this sister has used a dash move to get up into the advantageous elevated section of the enginarium. Is that all the movement?
It is.
A tense standoff between the treacherous sisters and the loyalist space marines.
Yeah, sure.
And in turning point 1, what is the score?
It is 2 points all. I forgot to update the tracker. So
2 points all on the awesome tracker. Check it out. So no command points spent, but now it's going to get tasty. So turning point 2, we're rolling for initiative. I'm rolling a 6, here it comes.
I'm rolling on the table.
It's 2, oh no, so the sisters to go again. Sisters, turning point 2, you have the initiative. We've declared what state they're going to be in.
Yes.
As their markers indicate how we've gone. That one is aggressive and active. This one is concealing.
That's right, yeah, so I'm basically going aggro, apart from the one who's going to nip back at the objective, and yeah, you're going the same, really.
Yeah, I've got one, I'll show you in a second as I spin the board, but yours are all aggro apart from that one, is that right?
That's right.
And on the Space Marine side, of course he's gone aggro because he fancies it. This one is going conceal because I plan to come back onto that objective there. Everyone else is hungry for blood. So they're all aggro, aggro, aggro. So it's up to you to initiate your first sister. Rich has chosen the heavy flamer sister.
Yes, now technically she can't actually see anything because this is in the way at the moment, and she bears a heavy weapon, so I will be spending a command point to allow her to move and fire her heavy weapon.
How many command points do we get, Rich?
We get 1 a turn, so that's a big expenditure.
Yeah, big spend, okay.
Right, time for a bit of Storm of Retribution. I've spent my command point, and I'm going to try and set fire to these 2 Marines here at the back because they are within circle of each other, which means they get hit by the torrent rule, and I can get both of them.
Oh no.
So first of all, you'll go with the power fists, hitting on 2s.
Oh, I've got 3 defense dice coming up. Now normally I would get some sort of defensive bonus, wouldn't I?
Normally you'd be in cover, but the Storm of Retribution gives the no cover rule to the heavy flamer, so it's just armor saves only, Bill.
So 3 ups?
So 3 ups, and you're looking to discount my hits. So you can ignore my critical and 2 of my hits. So I did, that was a 2. So I did get 3 at 2 damage apiece. That's 6 wounds on the first guy.
So the Primaris Marines are 13 wounds apiece.
So beef.
Following up, the second Marine's going to get cooked.
Or is he? Oh, no crits this time. So that's 6 hits though, 6 regular hits.
3 defense dice for the Marine. Oh, I've made 2.
2, and he's taking 4, so that is 8 damage total.
So costing a CP, but a lot of wounds taken off the Marines there from the heavy flamer. Very tasty weapon in kill team. This Space Marine has barreled into combat over here. He's in combat with 2 sisters, and of course I played the command point shock assault, so I can be fighting twice.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah, so I have 5 attacks with the chainsword, hitting on 3s.
Yep, and I will
Decent.
roll my defense now, so I'm fighting back with 3 attacks, also hitting on 3s. Great, so your turn to start deciding what you're doing with your attacks, Bill.
So here's the dice, and a decision is to be made. So we trade off dice, do we not?
We do, so you get to decide first whether you want to parry away one of my dice with yours, or if you want to inflict damage with your dice, and this is where you're trying to weigh up damage inflicted by damage taken. I mean, we know what you're going to do, Bill,
Yeah.
but depending on who you're fighting, that could be really important.
Yeah, I'm just going to go for brutal damage.
That's not a surprise,
Yeah.
so if you spend that, I take damage, and
Yeah.
then I wound you back, and then you kill me.
Brilliant.
So you take 2 damage.
I take 2 damage and you're dead, and I consider that a good move. And because I played the 1 CP stratagem shock assault, I'm getting to attack twice, so I'm going to put a load of attacks into the next sister.
Yep.
With 5 attacks hitting on 3s. Again, it's just almost the same dice.
Okay, so
Critical cancels out critical.
potentially, so what do you want to do with yours first?
Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Yeah, so you can deal 5 with your critical hits. I can critical hit you back for 3 with my gun butt, and then you chop me in half.
That sounds fine. Let's do that. So I'll take another couple of damage.
Not 3, but you're still looking rosy.
Yeah.
Not even injured.
Next unit to activate is going to be the Stormbolter sister.
Yeah, her risky positioning last turn was so that she was within white of the objective and can claim it this turn, so that's her first action. And then she's going to do some shooting, and I think this guy behind the barrels looks like a good target because he is in
He's in raspberry
engage mode.
Stormbolter shots. Here we go.
It is relentless, so I'll re-roll that failed hit to get 4, including a crit.
Oh no, so I've got 3 defense dice.
So you can retain 1 as an automatic success if you want,
I will do that.
and just roll the 2 then.
Oh, and toyed with the 6.
So you just take the critical damage of 4. It's actually got
Putting him down to 3 wounds. My operative I've selected is going to be my squad sergeant, who's desperately trying to find a way to the ship. He's going to punch this sister to death. He's going to die anyway because he's got 3 wounds left. So here we go. Power fist hits.
Oh, good lord.
Going in. It's only the 2.
Only the 2.
Some tasty rolls. I have a critical hit with the power fist.
So, I mean, I take 7 of my 8 wounds.
Yeah, so that one I'm going to elect to damage you.
I can only parry your hits with my critical hits because of your brutal power fist, which I'll do now.
Yeah.
Taking away your 5.
And then you do 2 lots of damage to me.
I do 2 gun butt hits, which means you take 4 damage.
I'm surprised, but he's dead.
Okay, it's time for the standard bearer to plant her banner to give a buff, and she's going to shoot at the Brazen Drake that is on that control console.
Ah, him
On
in
that
there.
control console there, because I can't actually get that objective, because objective grabbing is done in terms of who has the most action points, and Space Marines have a higher action point than everybody else, so I can't take it off him with just 1 sister.
No, you would need a couple, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yeah, so you're just going to plant and shoot. 4 shots coming in.
Coming in hot garbage!
Oh la la! Only the 1 defense dice.
Well, why did I bother?
Solid in defense. This Marine is feeling aggro. He's charged. First of all, he's claimed the objective there, having opened the doors to the shuttle bay. He's then used a charge action to get involved by chopping this person up, and he's now going to fight. So I get 5 attacks,
Yep.
hitting on 3s. Oh, it's only the 1.
Right.
I cannot roll for toffee in attack.
No, so what are you doing with your 1 hit pill?
I have to do damage.
Okay, I'll take damage, and then I will hit you back 3 times.
Oh god. This isn't how our practice game went.
No, it's not. You take 6.
That's brutal. That went wrong. Cheeky little movement here from the sister up on the upper deck. She's pushed forward, hasn't she?
She has moved up her full move value and is going to use the vantage point that she's standing on, raised terrain, to shoot down at this guy. If he was in a conceal mode, it would ignore his status and put him to engage, so I can shoot at him freely.
Awesome.
Plus it looks cool.
It looks cool. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for 3, so only 2 hits.
2 hits, defense dice.
4 and you can keep 3 and you can keep 1 back if you want to.
That's too late, I rolled them now.
That's alright, just pinged off his army, he don't care.
Double nails. This Marine has moved forward to future claim the objective that's already ours, and he's going to use his second action to try and blow this sister apart. Now, I've got 4 attacks hitting on 3s with the heavy bolt pistol.
Good lord!
Oh, here we go.
You've got a critical, which means that you apply the AP1 rule, so that's exactly the same as it is in 40k. It didn't make any difference. I will block a critical hit with a critical. I don't have any other criticals to block this critical hit, so I can only get rid of a regular hit, and I will take a critical and a normal damage, which is probably quite a lot.
She's taken 7 damage in that shooting, so she's mega raspberry, but she is alive.
That's a big plus.
I thought I could have done it then. Sister Superior, getting Larry.
She's getting right in the mix.
And she's going to wave her whip in my face and then thrust her sword through my guts.
That's the plan anyway. Let's see how that pans out. So I've got 4 attacks hitting on 2s because she's the superior, and she crits on a 5. Oof.
Oh, you've got a 5. Quick maths.
What are you going to do, Bill?
I'm going to have to try and parry stuff, aren't I?
Yeah, roll your 5 attacks then.
Here we go. Oh.
It's not great.
No, it's terrible.
So I'll deal damage to you with this one.
I will parry 1 because I've only got 7 wounds left.
Yep, try and stay alive.
So that one.
Yep, gets rid of that. I'll spend that on a hit to deal more damage.
Okay, and I've only got 1 remaining.
So you can get rid
which
of
I'll
mine.
parry that, yeah.
So yeah, you are on 7 wounds and you take 6.
Oh, I live to fight another day. My last activation has got to be one of objective grabbing over here, securing me another victory point, and using a bit of movement to escape from this horrendous flamer here. So I will take a gamble and hide behind what is probably full of petroleum.
Yep.
Prometheum, whatever you want to call it.
It's a loading bay, there's fuel everywhere.
There's fuel everywhere, but for now, he's safe for another turn. The Sister by the Barrels has been activated, and she's going to target the intercessor who had pushed forwards onto the objective.
Yep, so I'm going to shoot with the flamer, hits on 2s.
Oh, you're rolling hot.
How's your defense, Bill?
Let's find out. 3 dice. Oh.
Ooh, so you take 3 hits at 2 damage apiece.
That Marine is down to 7 wounds. So now that my activations are complete, I do have the option of Overwatch, which allows me to pick an operative and fire at a +1 to hit penalty.
Yep.
So I will be hitting on 4s, and this operative is going to target this sister in an effort to try and wound her, to try and hamper her further dealings with my army. So here we go, hitting on 4s. Not a sausage!
Brilliant.
Classic Warzone rolling. This sister at the back of the board has been activated, she's moved backwards, she's claimed the objective and is safe behind the nuclear reactor.
Yeah, what a place to hide.
Yeah, but is very much safe. My chance to Overwatch again, I'm going to target the heavily wounded sister up there, just because I want her to die. So hitting on 4s, can we roll a 4? I've rolled too many dice, I'll take away a hit.
Oh, you're very honest, Bill.
Honest Bill, that's what they call me.
Honestly, a dead sister though. That one gets through and she's toast.
Remove her from play.
Gladly.
Dead. The final Sister to Battle operative to be activated is this lady over here. She's going to shoot and run, is she not, Rich?
She is, so she shoots and does not score. That's 2 hits though, I'll take something out of that.
Defense dice.
You just block it, excellent.
Nice. Now you're going to run.
Now I'm going to run.
So what she's actually done is she's scrambled up the wall, come across, and has plopped herself down here in somewhat of a threatening position for this objective later on.
That's the plan.
So at the end of turning point 2, this is how the board stands. There's objectives claimed by each faction. I've lost 1 Marine, you've lost 3 sisters.
Yep.
The current scores are 4 victory points each, with 1 command point in the bag. Let's look at the board. So he's going to die very soon on 1 wound. She's going to die very soon on 1 wound. Over on this side, she's on full strength. He's wounded and he's on full strength. So there is a game on here. I think you've got control of the middle of the board.
See how brutal you are in combat though, that's what
I have to
worries
try and
me.
get a bit tasty in combat. Let's see what happens in turning point 3. You're excited for who gets initiative in turn 3?
I'm worried you're going to jump me this turn.
I feel like I'm going to do it because you've had the run of it so far.
I have. Yeah. You have this thing.
Yes,
it's important.
I have the power. Over here, this Marine fought against every fibre of his commander's being to get stuck in and chop these two sisters up with fighting twice and have a glorious end. But then I remembered that it's a game and there's points to be scored. So what I did was I fell out of combat and I used my movement to get onto this objective. I then activated the objective secured and flipped it over, getting me a victory point. And now I get to shoot apparently. Is that right?
You do. You've got that third action point that, one, has let you override my standing within a circle of the objective, and two, is now going to let you just shoot her in the face with a bolt gun.
So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm hitting on 3s. Of course, it's only the 2.
I will block your critical and block your regular.
Oh lordy. That's a shame. Pow pow pow. But the main thing is a 1-wound model who's probably going to die very soon has secured me a victory point. This sister has been chosen, the 1-wounded heavy flamer sister who is a bedraggled mess, is going to try and activate and roast the Primaris Marine on the objective over here.
Yeah, I had an awkward choice because I thought my sister superior could get in there with her power sword and start making a mess, but then I remembered that the parry system exists and you have a lot of attacks, so you'll just parry them all away. So instead I did what every good sister of battle would do and resorted to fire.
Burn!
Let's see.
That's a lot of dice.
Oh, it's a lot of 1s!
Oh la la, Rich.
Oh dear, it's only 3 hits, he's going to be
Do
alright.
I roll my defensive dice now?
You do, unfortunately. I mean, please take like 2 damage, Bill.
I'll take 2 damage all day long, thanks. So in retaliation, my next activation has to be this Marine here. He has used an action point to secure the objective number 1, further securing his flight off the deck for his brethren. He's charged into the sister who is on 1 wound to get some petty vengeance for cooking him.
I mean, you only have to roll 1 hit here, Bill.
Yeah, but we all know how I roll. Let's see, watch this. Hooray!
She's toast.
She gone.
Don't even need to roll dice.
No. In a schoolboy error on my part, I moved too far away from the objective after claiming it last turn, and the sister has leapt forward and claimed it with her second action point.
She parkoured over the terrain, and that's mine now.
Now, for the sharp-eyed amongst you, I forgot to use the right marker to indicate that he was active and aggro, but he has moved forward and he hates the fact that she's secured an objective on his watch. He is caught napping. So 5 dice say that she's going to pay a heavy price. Looking for 3s, 2 crits.
I mean, I got 1 black block, so yeah. You deal critical damage, I parry your regular hit, and then you kill me with second critical damage.
Alright. The Stormbolter sister's been activated, who's claimed the objective, but now you're a bit worried.
I have so many choices because there's a Marine to her back behind those columns that she can't see, but he can definitely get into combat with her. Yeah, and also it's future positioning for next turn, but I think I've really got to capitalise on her shooting capacity and get rid of this guy.
Yeah, he's only on 5 wounds and it could be done.
Yeah, every little choice
especially
matters.
with a Stormbolter which re-rolls hits, does it not?
It helps, it helps.
So you're going to target that one with 5 wounds, yeah?
I am, and I didn't need that re-roll.
No, you've done alright. So my defense dice. So that cancels the crit, is that right?
Yeah, crit and a regular get cancelled. Then you take 6, which is enough to kill him.
Oh, just so close. So my second Marine enters the dead pile, and in a game of very small numbers for the Marines, that's a crushing blow for me. This Marine, who's just seen his brother killed, is going to hunt this lady down and tear her spine out.
She doesn't even know he's there.
She doesn't. Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I did it for the Emperor and whatever. But now she's going to die. Here he comes, charging.
They're not subtle, are they?
No. 5 attacks coming in.
Okay, not too bad. So, what are you doing with your first one, Bill?
Damage!
Damage. I will take damage. Then I will... it's not even worth parrying, so I'm going to die, so I'm just going to deal you 2.
Yeah. Emotional damage. Now this Marine's on 1 wound, so the Sister Superior fancies her chances. She's revving up the sword.
Going to stick it in his back, hopefully. Yeah, it's not good news for him, Bill. He's going to just
Yeah,
die.
it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to roll defense dice because it's not enough. He's dead as a dodo. So I have 3 Marines down. There's only 2 remaining. But can we secure the safe exit for the Primaris with our 2 guys remaining? With my activations complete, it just relies on Overwatch actions from this Marine here. He's the only one in range, and he's going to target the Flamer Sister there. So he's got 4 attacks, and he's hitting on 4s because of the Overwatch. And I hit with all 4.
Whoa.
Hello.
I mean, I can ignore a critical.
Yeah.
And I can use 2 together to ignore
Get rid of the
second
other
critical.
criticals, so you take 2 lots of normal damage.
Exactly, which is 3, I think.
So that's wounded her down. She's taken 6 damage. Now the Flamer, not happy with being shot in the back, is going to target the Space Marine here with her Flamer.
Yep.
So her first action is to fire.
She hits with all, even with the -1.
Uh-oh. 3 defense dice. Oh.
Block 2 and takes 6, which is the exact number of wounds he has left.
Oh no, is he dead?
He's dead.
Oh, curses. Having cooked the Marine alive, she has moved through the stairs onto the computer. So tidying up the end of this turn, this sister has moved across the board to there, and the banner bearer has pushed through to there, as there's only 1 target remaining, which is the Space Marine. Gary Big Bananas at the back of the board. So Rich, it is a 4-1 conclusion. I've only got 1 Marine left, and the points, you're going to score some points, but Petty Vengeance calls. Always roll for initiative for turning point 4.
Oh, he's angry.
He's angry, and Gary Big Bananas fancies it, and he's going to leap across and try and shoot this sister dead, because I like killing stuff. I've moved, I've dashed, and now I'm going to fire. I'm going to play the CP Transhuman Physiology, so I can ignore the penalties to hit.
Yep, it's good stuff.
I'm going to shoot her brains out. There we go. Hitting on 3s, not 4s. It hasn't made a difference, but 2 of the hits are critical.
Very critical, because I can't block them, so I can block 1 with my 2 dice and then take enough damage to smash her across the battlefield. She's Skyrim Ragdolling, mate. She's gone.
Kaboom! Please remove her from that objective. In a game-winning move, the Sister Superior has claimed the objective there. The Banner Bearer has claimed the objective there, moving it to 8 points to 6.
Yep.
But in a final act of this game, the Sister here is going to try and blow this Marine's head off, thus securing the Primaris in their tomb as opposed to escaping off the ship.
Nice.
So off she goes.
Yep, let's see how she does. That is 2 hits.
3 defense dice, here we go. Oh, what does it mean?
It means that you could ignore my critical hit and take 3 points of damage and you're still standing.
Yay, so 1 lives. Hopefully securing the rest of his brothers to get off the ship, but it is a Sisters of Battle victory for this game. The Order of the 9 Wounds.
Did well.
Did well. Primaris, very strong, but not enough of them to get the objective secured, I don't think.
No, there were a couple of key losses for you that really drove it home.
I love Kill Team. It's very cool. We played earlier to learn it. This is my 2nd game, and I love it. Thank you very much, Rich, for coming.
Cheers for having us, mate. Great game.
See you next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.